way that we can truly attack our economic challenges. The only way we can put hundreds of thousands of people back to work right now is with bold action from Congress. That's why I'm going to keep forcing these senators to vote on common sense, paid-for jobs proposals.
President Obama yesterday talking what he says is job one, putting people to work. He wants the Congress to act, the same Congress that failed to pass his jobs bill earlier this month. Michael, very quickly, has Obama got it right yet in his thinking? Is he going about this the right way? Are we going to see the jobs crisis being eased at all, do you think? And what is the simple answer to getting America back to work?
Well, that's one of the answers, yes. This jobs bill is a good bill. This is something that should be passed, and we need more of that. That's one of the things that needs to be done. But we also need to put regulations back on Wall Street. His Justice Department needs to go after the people that created the crash of 2008. Those were crimes that were committed. And I don't know why, you know, there's over 1,000 of these Occupy protesters who have been arrested here just in New York City. There's more all across the country. And not one single Wall Streeter, not one banker in jail. That just seems so off. So there's a number of things that President Obama needs to do, but this is a good step. And I think lately he has started to come alive and say the things or do the things that a lot of people wish that he had done earlier.
Let me go to Mark Webber. You moved to the city to find a job, to New York. What is your view of the jobs crisis and where the president now is on this?
Well, I think that it's very hard to find a job no matter what you've got, whether you have a high school education or a master's. I have a master's in journalism, and when I go on Craigslist every day, I notice everybody wants me to do work for free. So I think that's a problem because there's not many jobs offering good pay.
And why do you think there are no jobs? What do you think? What's your gut feeling?
I think computers have changed the world, and because so many machines are doing human being jobs, that there's hardly any jobs left for people. And then if you add in China and so many people there doing jobs there, there's not much left for Americans to do.
Yeah, Mike, interesting point, Michael. I mean, aside from all the other factors that have caused this crisis, there is also one just called progression, technology, the world changing. What do you do about the fact that computers can now do, in some cases, the jobs of 1,000 people?
Well, first of all, that's a good thing. Technology is a good thing. It advances society. One of the problems that we have right now is that our corporations, our American corporations, many of them who pay no tax whatsoever, are sitting right now on $2 trillion worth of cash in their bank accounts. In the old days, what they would do with that money is they would reinvest it in their company. They would put it into research and development. They would come up with the next...
Why is that not happening?
Why are they holding on to the money?
Yes.
My personal theory, I think they know the other shoe hasn't dropped. I think the crash of 2008 was the first shoe. They know the other shoe is going to drop because they're still downtown right now playing around with derivatives, with credit default swaps, and they want to have that cash on hand for themselves when the calamity takes place. That's my theory. I have no evidence to back that up.
Let me go to Lindsay here, because Lindsay, you worked in corporate America. You went back to school to earn your master's in teaching. What's been your concern?
My biggest concern, obviously, I'm not going to be able to find a job. I mean, I know all the budget cuts in Pennsylvania, across the board in education. I mean, that can speak nationwide, but I'm just, I'm really nervous. And how am I going to pay for health care and just basic living expenses?
How much debt have you racked up?
I'll be close to probably 50, 60,000.
See, this to me is one of the real scandals that this can happen, where you have a smart person here who's put the hard yards in to be well educated in an increasingly competitive world where the Chinese and the Indians are getting better and better educated very, very fast. And, how can America compete if the brains of the country are being treated in this way?
And where they have to go out into the real world at 22 years old or 24 with this crushing debt. It's like a boot on your neck. And the Chinese who are graduating from Peking University this year, how much debt do you think they're graduating with? Zero. You come from a country where, how much debt do students have when they're 22 years old and they leave university?
Well, actually, increasingly, a lot.
It's more now because you've had more conservative governments.
It's gone more the American way.
But Right. Sadly, we don't want to.
But the fact that the Chinese don't is fascinating, isn't it? It's another reason
you know that,
why they're going to move faster.
But you grew up in a time where that wasn't the case. And if New Yorkers who are here, if you went to the SUNY system if you were my age, right? What did you pay per semester? Those of you who are my age, if you went to a SUNY school or a city school here, huh? $1,000 a semester. Yeah, that was a lot, actually. That's anybody else go to a city college here? It was about $80 to $100 in fees per semester. Why have we made this such a low priority? Why have we wanted to punish people who want to learn, go out and make our society a better place? You know, in many countries, if you want to be a doctor, you know what the cost is to go to medical school? Nothing. Canada? Why would that? Why not? Because society needs doctors. We need brains. We need people to do these things. And it's very hard to function when your first thought is, how am I going to make money? How am I going to pay off this debt? You know, they've already got me on credit cards, et cetera, et cetera. And that's the...
Hold that thought. Let's have a break, come back and talk more about Jobs, and also about Steve Jobs, because in many ways he represented the best and worst of corporate America.